What's going on? We're back for another exciting week in the tunnel. We got my boy, Patrick True Truesdale on the line. What's up, bro?
What's up, Sean? What's up? What's up, Dallas Melvin?
We got our resident basketball aficionado, and he gonna tell y'all a little bit about a secret sport that he actually grew up playing a little bit. We're gonna get into that a little bit. Y'all gonna be super surprised, because I was shocked. My boy Miles, what's up, man?
What's goody, baby? It's glad to be back. Glad to see you again, sir.
Yes, sir.
Glad to be around you. Hey, man, don't be drinking too much yet.
No, that's it. Coke on the rocks. I was a little dehydrated.
Shout out to one of the illustrious HBCUs that don't get enough credit. My niece played volleyball for him, so I'm always support Kentucky State.
Who you got, Kentucky State?
Yeah, no doubt.
Okay, nice.
We're
gonna get into some HBCU action here.
Absolutely.
What's up, baby?
Just as another reminder, make sure you go online, In the Tunnel Sports Media, on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok, on Twitter. Make sure you go check us out. As always, hop in the chat. Let us know what you're thinking. We're more than happy to answer your questions live. We're right here on the rocks, right here in historic Third Ward, Texas, on OST. For all you from Houston, from all you not from Houston, that's Old Spanish Trail.
Yeah, so come get your fresh drink. Come join the tunnel.
So let's jump right into it. We got to talk about March Madness. Sweet 16, the round of 64 and 32 is over. Sweet 16 is here. We're not going to get into all the games, but
contrary to popular belief, U of H did get past the first round. The first weekend.
Believe it or not, we had one of our boys.
I can't believe Gonzaga messed my bracket up. Melvin them, Texas beat them.
Hold up.
I'm like, wow.
You know how you compare James Harden to Lamar Jackson? Gonzaga is University of Oregon football, baby.
They always there, but never win.
It feel good. It feel good for a lot of years. It's cool, but ain't gonna never really get over that hump. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why you pick them.
They hurt my bracket.
So we gonna start with you, Truesdale. We got 16 teams left. Who you liking this coming up weekend? Anybody?
Well, you know, I got Arizona all the way. St. John's. I mean,
St. John's is playing.
Yes, that's one of the teams I pick.
You know what's a historical fact that a lot of people don't know?
What?
Every year Duke has won a national championship.
Right.
They beat St.
John's.
They beat St. John.
Wow.
And they playing St. John's this weekend. I don't know.
Do you think it's going to get broken? Because I think St. John's got the team to beat them.
I don't know. I tell you what, I think Siena laid the blueprint down for how to beat Duke for 3/4 of that game.
Right.
They ran out of gas, only playing 5 players.
Right.
But they showed how to beat Duke. If you really pack the paint, play that zone, make them shoot you out of it, and don't let Cam get away with those 2 moves he got, then you got a real good shot of beating Duke.
Yeah.
And you got Rick Pitino over there. I mean, you can't never.
Coach. That's
here's what I'm
saying. And he brought St. John's back. They've been asleep for a long time.
Here's what I tell you.
Everybody back.
I don't know as much as if Siena gave him a blueprint or it was their first game of the tournament. We all know the first game of the tournament, you do a little feel out. Now, they still should have beat Siena by more than they did, but look at the second game, look at the next game after that. I think if St. John's got the talent from a defensive perspective to hang with them, but we're going to see if Duke get hot from that 3-point line.
Well, I mean, if they get hot, that's anybody, right?
That's anybody.
If they get hot, there's nobody's going to be able to beat Duke if they get hot from the 3-point line. But I'm just saying, I'm going to at least first to see if they hot. I'm going to take away Cam from 4, 5, 8 feet and make them beat me out there from the start. If I'm St. John's, I mean, Rick Pitino is obviously a lot better coach than any of us. But
yes, he's experienced. A lot of experience.
But that's what I saw. Right, he always been a winner. That's what I saw.
I think they can beat him. I'm pulling for St. John's.
So
I'm always pulling for whoever playing Duke.
I picked Arizona. I picked Arizona to go all the way, so I'm gonna stick with them because they looking good.
Hold on. In that bracket, you got Arizona going all the way, and I wouldn't be mad if they did.
But they got a tough road.
Let's not talk about and skip over what Arkansas is doing and how good Arkansas, Acuff, they over there playing well.
We're gonna talk about them in a second. Okay. But before we talk about Arkansas, we got to talk about my Texas Longhorns. The lowest seed still left in the bracket. The number 11 seed shocking the tournament, beating Gonzaga. First team, only one of 4 teams ever to start in the first Final Four. the play-in game and get
first four.
First four, I'm sorry, and get into the Sweet 16.
Absolutely.
So
even though that's some weird, first four, 11 seed crap, I don't understand. But fine, whatever.
Y'all caught a little bit of my Longhorns.
Y'all can have it.
They beat your Gonzaga's ass. What you think, bro?
I mean,
can they win the next game?
They shot. Who they got next?
They got Purdue next.
Purdue? Oh, yeah. Purdue got that bad guard, that Smith kid.
Yep.
That's going to be tough. I'm going
That's
Purdue.
going to be a tough. That's a tough.
Purdue.
That's a tough out.
Yeah, because Texas got blessed this past weekend.
But people forget, Purdue was the #1 team in the country the first half of the season.
Yes.
Okay.
Like, you forget that. They're not slouches.
And they got put that program together. They was number one a couple years ago going to the tournament.
They're not slouches.
No.
They got a heck of a guard. They got some bigs.
I think when you get to the Sweet 16, nobody's really slouches at this point.
But what I'm saying, they're not even a slouch for the big teams. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they were #1 team in the country for a long time.
Right.
They got a lot to offer. It's going to be tough. Texas doesn't have a lot of great bigs right now, so we'll see. I'm not saying they can or they can't. I'm not picking that one. Yeah. I'm just saying that's a tough game to pick.
Yeah.
I think Texas is gonna pull it out by 3.
Of course you think that.
They pull it out by 3. They hot. Bill got them boys playing together. He's coaching. Well. Here's what I tell you. He's coaching as you know what off because he's not letting the big man get in foul trouble. When his guards get in foul trouble, he's taking them out, putting some other guards in. And so they hadn't had to worry about that the whole game. So, you know what? Let's talk about U of H. Before we go to Arkansas, let's talk about U of H. They destroyed A&M over the week. I knew they were going to beat A&M, but I didn't see that coming. Is A&M that bad or is U of H that good?
No, A&M that bad.
U of H also got that hot. Like, this is what scares me about U of H. Because now that Florida is gone, like, the red carpet is out there for U of H to make it to the Final Four.
All right.
Like, it's there. What scares me about U of H is that they depend on being that hot sometimes shooting. Right. And they're going to have one game. I don't believe they're going to have 4 more straight games of shooting that well. And that scares me.
Yeah, because they offense scare me already.
We know you hate the offense. But they run an offense that's very read and react, 4 out, 1 in. I got it. We talk about that another time. But if they not hitting like that, but at the same time, their bracket's kind of weak. They got a red carpet to the Final Four. I just hope they stay that high.
And they're at home.
They at home.
They're at home.
They got
in the
2 games at home.
Toyota Center. If you can't get to the Final Four playing in Toyota Center and U of H, come on now.
They might as well put that game in the Fertitta Center.
It looked like after 1 week.
But I'm just so scared about that.
I want to see them too. Shout out to my man Bilal Bladley on that staff, man. Shout out to that whole crew. I want to see them get there.
Somebody said UT is a sleeper in the chat. They is sleep in the chat. I like you, bro. Come on. Give us some more good information.
Who said it?
Can you be a sleeper in the Sweet 16?
If you're 11 seed.
Yeah, I guess so.
If you're 11 seed, for sure.
But I mean, nobody should be sleeping. They didn't see what happened last weekend. Hell, they shouldn't be sleeping.
So, did you really think Iowa was going to upset Florida?
I did not.
No. I mean, because Iowa was up by 10 or 12
but you
in the game.
can't never tell what's going on in the March Madness. Miles, you know that.
Facts.
Things are happening every year, like North Carolina. Whoever thought they would have lost in the first round? So it's a lot of craziness trickiness go.
But is it because they were missing their best player?
Yeah.
But I'll say this. I did not expect Iowa to beat Florida. I didn't expect Florida to make it out the bracket. I just didn't know who was going to beat them. I wasn't picking Iowa.
I had Florida get far. Yeah.
When they were going to make out that bracket, they were always kind of iffy.
Hey, man, I'm going to tell y'all, speaking of Florida, I'm going to tell you what's one of the funniest things. My boy B. Smith, shout out, make it to the tournament. And they interviewed B. Smith, my boy Coach B. Smith, at during the break for the half. What we got to do? He said, we need help from the Lord.
We need help from the Lord to get this done.
Man, Florida got this big, tall, white kid,
7'9". 7'9". He can dunk.
Prairie View Center was talking to him
foot.
like, how tall are you? He was like 6'8", like
6'10". They looked at him like, I saw a special on that kid before he signed in Florida. Yeah.
Where's the kid from?
I forgot where he was from.
What's his classification?
He's a freshman.
Lord have mercy.
But, I mean, his skill set, he has to gain some weight.
Yeah.
He has to get some skill sets involved. But for right now.
He got some work.
No, yeah.
Hey, I want to give a shout out to Miami making the tournament. Jay Lucas, former Longhorn, first-year coach at Miami, getting them to the tournament. Did a fantastic job in his first year. I know you know Jay personally.
I do.
Tell us a little bit about did you expect that? What you think he gonna do in year 2?
Well,
what you got?
First and foremost, even I met Jay when he was playing at UT.
Right.
Working for his dad. We always knew he was going to be a coach. Like, you always knew that's what he was going to do.
Yeah.
Extremely intelligent. They used to call him the politician because he can work a room like you never believe. But what people don't know that he did that was very underrated. Last year, he was the head recruiter for Duke.
Right.
Duke's top assistant last year. And I'm going to forget names, so I'm going to say the kid from Bel Air who was All-American had committed to Duke, and had another kid who was an All-American committed to Duke. Both of those guys went to Miami with Jay because he was the guy that recruited them. He also played at Bel Air, Jay did. So it was a connection there as well. Yeah, so he brought some talent with him, which is the first key. The fact that your first year you can bring talent with you at that level.
Talent like that.
Says a lot. Says a lot.
Say where the future going to be for.
Right, it says what his future is. And the fact that you win there as a number 7 seed, we ain't heard from Miami in a long time.
Right.
As long as my man been down there and love him to death. We ain't heard from Miami in a long time. He went in as a 7 seed, which meant this wasn't a fluke season. He did well all year. So shout out to him. I think his ceiling is crazy. Over in the Big East, like there's not really a lot
so
of
here's a question.
ACC, my bad.
Here's
there's not a whole lot of competition.
Here's a question for you. Him being Duke's top assistant last year. He's obviously going to be entrenched in Miami, but there's scuttlebutt going on that Hubert Davis is on the hot seat at North Carolina.
Actually, the scuttlebutt is official. Hubert was he? I don't know.
Like he's probably going to be gone real soon.
Before we started shooting, I'm gonna look this up before I say this out loud.
They're trying to work it out, so they don't really want to fire him. But you know, if Hubert's gone, Jay being the top assistant at Duke, does he stay at Miami if they want him at North Carolina?
I don't know.
That's tough.
That's tough.
That's tough. That's a historic blue blood, won't
No,
you?
it is. I mean, you know, he started coaching.
And why wouldn't they want him?
They have the historical, but one thing about Miami, they got the money, you got the beach. So you can sell it. That kid ended up leaving there, followed him there. So they plugged in. He's a good recruiter. So he can make a difference.
I think there's always two different thought processes to coaching in college, right? Is do you want to go to a school like that and take the chance of being a next grade coach under like a Dean Smith or Roy Williams kind of guy, but your leash is a whole lot shorter? Or do you want to go to a school like Miami where your leash is longer, but if you're successful, you're going to be there.
Dean Smith. They're Coach
K. Because if he goes to North Carolina and is successful, wins a championship or two, then he goes down as their third, fourth best coach ever.
Right.
If in Miami, you win a chip in 2 in Miami.
Oh, you the god.
You a god.
They gonna
like,
take you
in Miami forever.
You're going to want to be in Chapel Hill for that.
For your whole family. I don't know, Jay. I haven't talked to him recently, so I don't know what his thought process is. But I know there's always those two thought processes, and he's doing really well already. Hell, he's doing better than North Carolina.
Okay, the kid named is Shelton Henderson.
Yeah.
From Bel Air. Do you think he'll come out this year or you think he's coming back? I think he needs to come back.
I think he'll come back. Year. I mean, why not? You're getting paid well enough to stay.
Yeah.
Why not?
I think they gave him a bigger bag at Miami, too.
Probably.
Then
I mean, you don't leave for less money no matter how much I love you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
No, I mean, they would have to break the bank to get him to leave Miami, which not that they can't.
No, he was talking about going pro.
Oh, going pro. Okay, gotcha.
I think he stays.
And they was hyping him up early in the year because he was doing pretty good. Kid got stronger.
Oh, somebody said they want Jay to replace Kelvin at U of H when he retires.
Well, unfortunately, it's already in Kelvin's contract that
Kelvin's going to
take over. Now, I don't think Kelvin's leash is that long, though. I think he might get a year or two. And if you start falling, he'll be out of there fast. And to get him to come in, you're talking about 4 or 5 years.
Do you think he can do a good job? Because he is bringing a lot of recruits in, huh?
He ain't his daddy, though.
Where is that? Okay, I'm asking you this. Does he got better offense? Because his dad ain't got no offense.
It doesn't
can't
matter.
be that much better if he on staff and they still got to run that offense.
Right, he ain't making his dad run no offense.
Right.
He ain't saying, Dad, do this.
Does he have offense?
He ain't Clint Kubiak. He ain't saying, Daddy, do this.
What the key thing is if they could get the recruits they getting now, they getting top-notch 5-star players now. So if they can continue to do that, and that can help Kevin, that can help Coach Sampson, to me, win a championship. Because I think he got a couple of kids right now committed.
No, he got some kids committed. He always going to have kids committed. That's not issue. Top-notch kids.
Like Fleming.
Yeah, no, you got some more kids.
So hop in the chat. Let us know what you think about the job that Jay Lucas is doing. What you think, how far you think U of H is going to go. How far you think my Longhorns is going to go in the next round. For sure, we'd love to hear from you. Shout out to my boy Kenny Ford. Happy birthday, brother.
Happy birthday, bro.
He came out celebrating with us. He's in the house over here at On the Rocks on OST. Come out and see us for the live show. We here every Tuesday. Come see us. So next topic, staying on basketball.
Well,
Staying on basketball. We want to talk about Acuff, the super freshman from Arkansas, balling his you-know-boy out.
Detroit, Michigan.
The first collegiate basketball athlete to get a signature shoe while he's still in school.
Where'd he go?
Makes sense.
By
Shout
Reebok.
out to Shaq and Allen Iverson,
Yep.
who's running Reebok.
Really AI. But yeah, Shaq and AI.
But I get both because what
AI
they
has
did.
been his mentor for a couple of years.
Yeah.
Like, we got to understand that. And, you know, he balled out at the AI Classic. Beast, he deserves his own shoe.
The
They will give it to anybody.
But like I told y'all, the kid is bad.
No, the kid is
And
nice.
I don't care what y'all say. That's the best guard that coach ever had. And I will say that again.
Derrick Rose?
And yes. Derrick was just faster. That boy is fundamentally. He's a real
Derrick
thing.
Rose was an NBA MVP, dude.
Well, first of all, Derrick Rose couldn't even stay healthy because he always dunked. Came down on one leg. You got to come down on two legs.
We ain't talking about
that
health.
Boy is the best guard. Like I said last
Derrick
week,
Rose,
I said this
hold
week,
up,
and he
hold
put
up.
on, hold up.
Derrick
hold
Rose
up,
took
bro.
him to the championship
He
his
put on a
freshman year.
clinic this past weekend. Can he leave Arkansas to the championship? And they got a chance.
Derrick Rose led him to the championship his rookie freshman
Okay,
year.
why this man can't? He sit in the playoffs.
I'm not saying he can't.
Okay,
I think
then.
he'll go very far. But
I think he'll go to the Final Four.
then that
If
means
they get
Arizona
there,
can't.
I know.
He still did good as a freshman.
How you gonna pick Arizona to go to chip and them to go to Final Four? You just doubling down on your bet, covering all your
Cover all my
aces.
bases, brother.
Man, all I gotta say is this: that's the best
I will
player
say
right
this.
now in March Madness.
He is the best
I'm gonna
player
tell y'all right now
in March Madness.
That kid, I can't wait till he gets to the next level. We'll follow him, but it's interesting what's gonna happen in March Madness and what's gonna happen this weekend. If that kid leads his team to the Final Four, come on, man.
So y'all said it. Hold on for a second. I got a question because y'all brought it up. Y'all say he the best one in March Madness right
yes.
now. What about the dude at Kansas? What
He's
about
out.
the dude at
He's
BYU?
He's way better than him.
I know, but I'm talking March Madness. Like,
But
started the whole
They
tournament.
at home, Melvin.
I know,
They at
but
home.
They can't be at the best.
They working on a
I remember when
podcast like
Curry.
us.
I remember when
Working on
Curry
a-
was playing.
So y'all taking up?
Well, hold on,
Okay.
Melvin. I remember when Kirby was playing. Curry didn't make it to the, but he was put on the most exciting March Madness. Those guys, when you got to put on exciting March Madness. Boy, score over 60 points in 2 games. I mean, come on.
So here's the
Any
question.
answer.
But I know, to answer your question, you're saying he's best in March Madness. You're saying is he the best in college basketball?
Right.
To me, he's the best guard in
Let me
college
tell you, my
basketball.
2 favorite players in college basketball are Acuff and Caleb Wilson at North Carolina, who hurt his thumb. That's why he didn't play in that game. They're the two. I think they're the two.
Why
most,
he didn't play in the game?
He broke his thumb.
That's okay.
I think
Because this kid been hurt, still playing,
Yeah,
not
no, he
complaining.
broke his thumb the week.
No, I'm
before
talking
the
about Acuff.
Acuff, no. I think Acuff and Caleb Wilson are the 2 most pro-ready players in the
So
draft.
you said they're pro
No
ready.
doubt.
Somebody
No
got a
doubt.
question in chat. They said, is A-Cup defense NBA ready?
Everybody's defense is NBA ready.
ready. Everybody's defense.
Okay, so hold on.
Shout out to my boy Lynn. I'm in chat.
Let me explain something to y'all about NBA defense. There's not anybody that can stay in front of one player in the NBA anymore. Those days are gone. What happens is they play them to one, shade them to one side to a double, so y'all see guys go by. That means the second guy did not help. That is just what they're taught to do on all defenses across the board. From the shell defense, they're taught in middle school and high school. You play them to the baseline. Either the guy guarding the corner is supposed to help or the big man come over and stops from short corner. Didn't mean to nerd out. So it looks like nobody's playing defense.
Right.
But the reality is nobody going to stay in front of any one player at all. Nobody's doing that. Unless you have some illustrious player and some brand new kid or whatever. Like,
It's just like this, Miles. NBA changed a whole lot in a lot of things. Because I was
Yeah.
talking to Malik last week, and he was saying in the NBA, they don't call traveling. A lot of these high school games, they don't call traveling. A lot of these college, they don't call traveling.
NBA is not
Overseas,
always traveling,
They're
though.
going to call traveling.
Because hold on, talking about the traveling rule overseas and traveling rule in NBA is different.
I know it is.
No.
But come on, I didn't see a lot of guys
No, let me
walk.
tell you what difference is. No,
They
let me tell
didn't
you.
walk.
Time out. We had this argument the other day, and I had a referee with me to explain this to people. The steps do not count until they put 2 hands on the ball. So if I push the ball out and I take 6 steps, and then I put my hand on top of the step does not count until I have possession of the ball. Now, in overseas, you cannot take, like if I'm standing here and I dribble, I cannot remove my foot up until
I
the
dribble.
ball hits the ground.
Yeah.
So like in the NBA, you can, or in any basketball, you can do this and move. That's not a travel. Overseas, my foot cannot come up. So therefore, the rules are totally different.
What you're saying.
No, the rules are totally different.
I've seen a lot of traveling in
I
college.
wouldn't. Hold up, no,
I
I
seen a lot of
wouldn't.
traveling in high school.
One day,
I went to that Yates
hey,
and Wheatley game.
producer.
They was cheating on both sides.
Hold on, it's not
like
cheating,
crazy.
producer.
That's all I'm saying.
One day we're gonna take a day that's not a show day, and we're gonna bring out some film, and me and you gonna sit in front of the film, and you tell me what you think is travel, and then we'll walk through it so people can understand what's travel and what's not travel.
Now we can definitely do that.
So somebody said the
I know,
NBA.
but they don't know
We can
Julie's
definitely
name.
do that.
I don't know that.
We can
So
definitely do
Julie's
that.
our producer. I want them to understand who I was talking to.
I know what you're saying.
Somebody said the NBA is just a 3-point contest now anyway, so it don't matter.
It's a little bit more than that, but yeah, it's a lot of threes going up. I don't like it. I'm not really a fan of it.
Yeah, because there's a lot of games you watch, you see 2-on-1 and jack a 3.
Absolutely.
I can't stand it.
Shout out to the caller that asked if we're gonna be taking live calls. That's in the plans. Be patient. Be patient.
we gotta-
right now,
we gotta
the
pay
chat
our
is
phone
our
bill
live
first.
call. So hop on the chat. Let's hear from you.
We got to pay some phone bills first.
All right, I got another question. So we still on college
Donate to the
basketball.
GoFundMe.
We still on college basketball.
What's up?
Florida beat PV 114-55.
We just said.
Congratulations.
Hold on, let
Prairie
me
View.
finish. Let me finish. But you also had High Point beat Wisconsin. High Point got 6,500 students. PV got almost 10,000 students. Here's my question. How do HBCUs become competitive, at least in basketball, when you got other schools, mid-majors or smaller, that's getting to the tournament and making noise?
I want you to look up another number since you're bringing up all these facts. How much is tuition at High Point versus tuition at Prairie View? How much is the endowment at High Point versus the endowment at Prairie View? How much are people giving back to High Point versus at Prairie View?
And they put money in the program.
Right. High Point is the furniture capital of the United States of America. So a lot of people there with a lot of money, all the furniture companies that y'all sleep on at night, that y'all sit on at night, are there in High Point, most of them.
Graduates,
And so those people are giving that money right back to High Point for this particular reason. And so they're mid-major, yes, and Previes are lower mid-major, but until they get the money to pay those guys that's going to transfer out, it's the same thing with Siena and what's up at school. Those guys play other places.
Siena got more money than PV.
You got more money than Prairie View.
No, that's
and I
not
went
true.
to PV.
That's
PV
not
don't
true.
have a lot of money going towards that athletic department that
I'm
way.
going to say this. They got some money there because Amazon's wife gave them the biggest donation. But are they putting money in the basketball program?
Into paying those guys to play, they're not.
Exactly.
And even if they do, they put up a few $100,000. Like I was talking to a guy, I'll remain nameless, that was telling me what the NIL package is at U of H.
Right.
He says anybody you see play at U of H is starting out at $600,000.
Okay.
Everybody you see, all the starters over $1 million apiece. So what happens is even if you can put up a couple $100,000 to a PV player, and they ball out, right? Like you get somebody to ball out. Next year, somebody will offer them $500,000 to go up bigger and have a chance to get drafted. So people move on to their own individual careers
because of the money.
But think about this though. If they can still bring that talent in and make the tournament, they make money when they go to the tournament. They make, and by the way, if they become known as that school where you come here and go to PV, ball out, and then go to U of H, go to another school and get a bigger check, then that's what people gonna do.
Well,
if they send their money to the players.
But my understanding with Coach Smith is, he already got his transfer 5 guys set to come.
I don't doubt it.
Yeah.
I don't doubt it.
So,
but what I'm saying is, like, to get the guys that can compete at that level, you're going to need, first off, like High Point, 3 or 4 of those guys like Indiana football, right? 24, 25, 26 years old. The guy that hit all the threes was a 6-year senior. So you got to look at, like, you got to get those guys. You got to get money up to get guys who are good enough to play against them. It can be done. It's not an easy fate to get done. And then you got to get the school to funnel that money back to the athletic program. A lot of schools take the athletic money and go
do
pay
other
for
stuff
other
with it.
stuff on campus,
Yeah.
which is fine. We understand that's part of the purpose. But if you want to keep it coming in that capacity, that money has to funnel back that way.
Well, we just got to do a better job putting money in our athletics, and we got to do a better job managing money. You know, everybody say, oh, they still at those white schools, but they got a big old budget. If they got a $100 million budget, they might take $3 million out. Sometimes we'll take $90 million out. I hate to say it, but we got to manage the money. They got to get boosters. They got to organize things, raise money to get that NIL going, to get the money in them programs there.
Gotta happen.
So we got my boy Kenny Ford says we need to build a strong NIL campaign, opportunities for these athletes, get better support and the facilities to build a strong program culture at some of these HBCUs. Here's a question for you. I'm just thinking out loud, just like it just popped in my head. If you're U of H, you can't take all the players, right? So even the number 15 player U of H could be a superstar somewhere else, no doubt, potentially. So why wouldn't you damn near on the same campus, right next door, build a farm system with TSU? Hey, you go play over there. Let them make them cats run the same system, and then by sophomore, junior year, you ain't got to move halfway. You go across the street.
Because it's not a guarantee.
Yeah.
It's not a guarantee.
Man, at the end
Nothing's
of the
a
day,
guarantee,
they
though.
got to manage their money, invest in their athletic program. It's for all HBCUs.
I don't know if TSU signs up to be a farm system for U of H.
Yeah.
I don't know if they.
Why wouldn't they?
Because they want to go
making
be
money
U.
right now?
I understand what you're saying,
Melvin,
but
come
anybody
home.
who gets to that position has a certain level of ego. I don't think they want to sign up to be the. They don't see themselves
You're
as
not
the
a farm system. You're a doormat right now, though. How about being a farm system instead of a doormat?
Hold up.
You ain't even in the tournament.
No. When my man was coaching there last, my man from Indiana that coached over there, Mike.
Yeah, Mike Williams? Was it
No,
Mike?
Mike, what's my
What
name?
you talking about? He's been UAB?
Yeah, you beat it.
Yeah. Mike took him to the tournament.
Mike beat Michigan State with TSU.
Yes.
He took him to the tournament and won a game.
Yes.
It's possible to do it. It's just a matter of you got to have the right person to do it. And what happened? Mike did all that.
left and went to a private
Detroit
school.
Mercy.
Nobody never heard of Arlen, and they paid him
Well,
more
we
money.
heard of him. Yeah, they paid him a
I
ton
ain't
of
never
money.
heard of him.
And he took his son, who was supposed to play at U of H, with him to Detroit Mercy.
But at the end of the day, you got schools are private like that offering more money. That's why he left Texas.
They talk about Mike Davis.
We got to get our
Mike
stuff
Davis,
together.
good job.
He went to Indiana. Oh, did he come from Indiana? He went to Indiana.
No,
when he left there.
He coached under Bobby Knight, Indiana.
And then he came here.
And then he took over Indiana when Bobby left.
Right.
Then he went to UAB. And then he came to TSU. And then he went to Detroit Mercy.
And he also was a big-time recruiter for Alabama with Robert Orr and all
Yeah,
them.
he
there.
was
So,
at that time.
guy been around. Hell of a coach, hell of a recruiter.
Hell of a dude, man.
Yeah.
Hell of a dude.
So we can't forget about the women's side. They got March Madness going on too.
Shout out to Southern University.
Shout out to Southern University making the tournament. We ain't gonna talk about the score of that game.
No.
But I'm
First
glad
off-
you made it.
Hold on, but they won their first 4 game like PV did, and then went.
And then what happened? That
Hey man, that's what happens, baby.
Was it- was it-
you made
was
it.
it 90? A
You
70?
got to understand these black schools are playing against these number 1 seeds. Don't make sense. Because like Syracuse coach, speaking of women's basketball, complained. I don't know the whole detail, but they keep putting them up against UConn and
Like it's
certain
automatic
teams.
if you're a black school,
Yeah.
you're the 16 seed, and right now you're the 18 seed because you got to play into the 16
Yes,
seed.
it's hard.
Like they don't do that with any other mid majors across the board. So, cause I swear to God, if you take some of those other mid majors and go play that number 1 seed, they gonna take some of them 50-point
Because there was a
losses
time
too.
it wasn't like that.
50. It was 70.
Hey,
was it
man,
70 or
whatever.
90?
Whatever, they gonna take some of them BTAs too. Like it'll happen.
I mean, you talking about a program signing McDonald's All-American, and you talking about another program might got a kid that had 1 scholarship.
Right.
So you co-signed a Syracuse coach talking about woe is me for making me play a tougher school? Like really? I mean, that's what you signed up for, the
it wasn't-
competition
You
of
know,
March
what she
Madness.
said, what she said is
She's like, y'all make
every
me play
year the
at
same
UConn
thing.
every year.
It's the truth. She can't escape the UConn. UConn is in her division.
Yes.
UConn is in the Big East with her. So she's played them twice.
No. She's saying when she coached at Buffalo, they made her play UConn. She said she's trying to make it personal, saying everywhere I coach, y'all make me play UConn.
But here's the deal, though. Like, UConn, I mean, we
Stop
already know it's going to
crying.
be UConn, LSU, South Carolina, and somebody else in the mix every year, right?
Texas.
But, like, rotate that stuff around so somebody can have some chance to get around. If I got to see UConn every damn year, I'm going to say something, too. Like, we know what it is.
I will.
We get it. They got 10 McDonald's All-Americans. Everybody on that South Carolina team McDonald's All-American. LSU got 9 of them and a rapper.
Well, you talking about it. You
at
talking
least,
about
like,
UConn is a historic program like
They
Kansas,
gonna be
North
there.
Carolina. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, I understand that. I don't blame
I want to see them every year, first round.
Yes.
God, dog.
Man,
I give it some love.
hold
One
on,
year.
let me get the tissue out for y'all whining because y'all got to play a tough team. Man, hold them. Hold them, get out there and beat them. That's all I say, get out there and beat them.
Melvin, it's easy to
Get out
say.
there
That's
and
all I
beat
can
them.
say.
I'm not saying it's
Change
easy.
the subject.
I'm not saying it's easy. But
Next
guess what?
topic.
UT, led by Madison Booker, went out and scored 40 points against Oregon this past weekend.
Put UT girls basketball against UConn every year the first round and see who will win.
No, let's roll. Let's roll. We beat South Carolina twice this year, and South Carolina done beat UConn. So let's roll it out. Let's see what happens.
What do y'all do
this year?
Let's all roll it out, see what happens.
This year, yeah.
You got to build a strong program.
Play that man in the playoffs.
Iron sharpens iron. Iron sharpens iron.
Play that man in the
Let
playoffs.
us know in the chat if you're scared to play a tough team and you want to play a soft team every year. Let us know in the chat. So, Texas, UT is one of 4 schools, I believe, that has the boys and the girls in the Sweet 16. You got Duke, boys and girls, Texas, boys and girls, and UConn, boys and girls, and that might have been just those 3. So that's pretty special to have, to be on the level and have both of your teams in there. Oh, I thought I was about to say Oklahoma, but they're not in there. Their boys didn't make it. So shout out to the Longhorns. Congratulations. Let's go ahead and bring both of those teams to the Grade 8 in the Final Four. Let's see what they can do.
Next week there'll be
y'all
no
ready
Texas.
to move on?
Nobody for them to cheer for next week.
I want to get back to the boys real quick.
To the what?
I want to get back to the boys real quick. My sleeper team's still in there. One of the best offenses in college basketball, Nebraska Cornhuskers. And they rolling. So that's my sleeper team. You think they're going to beat Iowa this week? Yes.
Yeah, Nebraska going to beat Iowa.
Yes.
Nebraska going to beat Iowa for sure. They're a sleeper team, but they've been good all year.
Yeah, but
because they're just not a perennial basketball school.
They have to play an extra game like.
Can we say that they're just lower seeds? Can we stop calling teams sleepers? You made a Sweet 16. Ain't nobody. That's film on you. Ain't nobody sleeping.
Well, the reason why I say sleepers,
I say film before
when you got a bracket.
But I saw last weekend. though. I'm watching this week. But listen, now, you said they were sleepers last week.
Yeah.
Cool. You made the Sweet 16.
Miles,
I got film.
You know what I'm saying? When you have your bracket, you always got to have a team that everybody think ain't gonna make it in what they call it, Cinderella team. With them, they started the season 18-0, but then they had some ups and downs. I seen that bracket. I said they got a chance. So they rolling.
Chuck want to talk
about
TSU.
So Kenny Ford said UT women is
Kevin
another sleeper that's actually awake. That's what I'm talking about. All the way to the Final Four. Howard and North Carolina A&T had good players, lost them to higher end schools. That's in the chat as well. So
Yo, Steve asked, I'm already in your chat. Do you think Flemings and CNAC should leave or should they stay?
I think Fleming should go. CNAC. I think Fleming should go. CNAC should stay. I think Fleming should go. CNAC should stay.
Fleming was gone before the season even started.
I understood that.
Easy.
That's not even a question.
He'll be drafted right behind the boy from Arkansas. If I have a team, I want the kid from Arkansas. But if I can't get him, if I get Fleming, I'm good. Still good.
I think Fleming. How do I say this? Fleming is a tweener between a point and a 2.
Yeah, he can play both.
But he's a short 2. At 6'4", he's extremely short 2. Think about this. Jason Tatum's a 6'10", 2. Are you running?
But he can run the point because not that many point guards in the league.
But does he pass the ball? I mean, nowadays point guards aren't point guard like they used to be. I get it. I don't know. We'll see.
I can't wait to see his sister play. She'll be in March Madness next year.
That sounded weird.
Hey, just another reminder, make sure you go on our social media.
His sister can ball. It says she better than him.
It just came out of left field.
Internal Sports Media. Hold on. We got a plug. Internal Sports Media on YouTube, Internal Sports Media on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Make sure you check us out. Make sure you like us. And if you're on YouTube, make sure you go ahead and hit the subscribe button. If you're currently watching us live, you got to get out, hit the subscribe button, and then go back in. We really, really want your support. We got more. We got some cool stuff coming up for sure. Let's transition to the NBA. NBA.
Rockets blew that game last night.
So here's my question.
They were never in that game.
Are the Rockets underachieving?
Yes.
Or are they not that good?
It's a lot going on in that locker room. They were getting blown out, came back, but them 2 white boys got hot from Chicago.
No, hold on, time out.
They came back, I was like,
because if you're underachieving, that's a coaching issue, in my opinion.
I think, here's what I think. I think they're the worst. Well, not think. They are the worst clutch team in the NBA right now.
They need a point guard.
Point guard problem.
Simple
but
as that.
I also think the underachieving comes because we expected too much with that trade. I always said that trade did not affect us during the regular season. It helps us in the playoffs. He's going to bring you the same 25 Jalen Green brought you in the 25 in the season. The problem is in the playoffs, Jalen Green brought you 8, and Kevin Durant's still going to bring you 25. So, are we underachieving? I don't know if we're underachieving. I know we're extremely inconsistent. I know we're missing our point guard to right the ship in the fourth quarter. And I know also that I don't depend on Kevin Durant to be what takes you over the top. You just can't. He's never proven to be that guy, and he's not. They are what they are right now. And we really miss Dylan Brooks because we're a worse defensive team than we were when he was here. The energy ain't even the same.
Okay. What you think, Truesdale? U of H underachieving or?
Not U of H.
I'm not U of H, but Houston
Right.
underachieving?
I'm
Or they not that good?
I thought I was really excited looking at them this year. But, everybody, I like Durant, but a lot of people think he's that leader. He's not that type of leader, though. Like, just being a leader. But they got to get a point guard at the end of the day. They got to get a point guard.
They really made a mistake not picking one up early in the season.
And I like the coach. I think he's a great coach.
I thought Reed Shepard was a point
but I
guard.
thought he going to get it.
That's wrong for you listening to people on TV.
Yes.
That dude is not a point guard.
Not
He a
at
two?
all.
He a two? He a
He's
shooter?
definitely a 2. And
Not
a
at
small
all.
2.
So in the chat, they said need a
KD, Devin Booker combo.
Devin Booker combo, but that wishful
you're right,
thinking.
Kenneth. That is very wishful thinking.
Very wishful thinking. That'll
Can't
never
have
happen.
everything in life you want.
That'll never happen, for sure. Going back to college, we got a question.
I saw
What's
that.
wrong with the Bonster? The Bonster, BYU big
DeBonster-
man, is he not the number one? I think he's still number one.
I think he might be number 1 pick. My thing with DeMonster is I want to see how he plays when he's not the biggest, strongest player on the court. And he may do just fine. He may be that guy. I just want to see it.
You thought he was the biggest, strongest player on the court when they played Texas?
And you saw what happened?
Yeah, really.
I mean, he got his little money. He got his 30, whatever.
Yeah, but he balled out. He just didn't have no help.
No, I agree with you. I don't know. I'm not sold on him.
I love him. I think he's a hell of a player.
I mean, he's a good
He's
player.
athletic. He's big. Move like a guard. He's an all-around player. He's the real deal. And I understand why Utah Jazz owner put an invest in them. And I wouldn't be surprised if he tried to do everything he did
Oh,
to
he
get that
definitely
kid.
do everything he can to get him.
Oh, yeah, they want,
Yeah.
if he go there, they gon' yeah. They put their whole
Hold on.
program around the
And
Bonster.
let's not forget about the Jazz, who they got running their front office.
Oh, and
They got Danny Ainge running their front office, who is always willing and dealing and making stuff happen.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, for sure.
There's something on their sleeve.
For
They
sure.
gonna do to get this
For
kid.
sure. Make sure you hit that like button if you're watching us. Hey, MVP race. Right now, ESPN got Shea 1, Luka 2, Wemby 3, Jokic 4. Who is your MVP right now? Truesdale.
My MVP, like I told y'all last week, is Brown. But if he don't get it, Wimby should
It's
get
who?
it. Brown from Celtics.
Brown ain't even on the list. He's
But that don't make no-
6'7".
He on the list.
Hold on.
He
He
on the
should
list.
be.
Yeah.
Jaylen Brown should be on that list.
Definitely.
And
Yeah.
the
And
fact
I
that they
should
do-
be a millionaire, but I'm sitting here with
Nah,
y'all.
man.
Come on now.
Melvin, at the end of the day, you listen to all these other people if you want to. Everybody and mama know he's supposed to be on the list. A lot of people think he MVP like myself. And
I don't know.
That list right there, I don't care about that list. Because if Brown ain't on that list, it don't make sense to even talk about it to me.
I don't know how Joker's on the list ahead of Jaylen Brown at all.
Yeah.
I mean, he's only leading the league in
Yeah.
But
double-doubles.
he also missed half the season. Like, I don't know like,
Yeah,
how
exactly.
he's
No.
on that list.
Joker is still eligible for the MVP race.
Whatever, he still missed a ton of ball. And they did just fine without him. Jaylen Brown carried that Celtics team when Jason Tatum was recovering from his Achilles. So I think he should be. I know he will never get it because I know how the NBA is. But
So let's talk about the people that can get it.
the people
Who you on this list? Who's your MVP right now?
I picked him beginning of the season. I think out that list is going to go to Luka. I think that the only other person that's close to Luka is Wemby, and I think they're going to give it to Wemby
I go with
later.
him.
They know he has a long time to get a few of those.
But fellas, we can have this conversation about the MVP. And I remember a long time ago I was reading the USA Today, and Alonzo Mourning said, wars ain't nothing but politics. So to me, it gets to a point we have a conversation about the award. We know a player should be in the award.
Absolutely.
And a player should win. That's BS. Why talk about it? NBA right now is so down right now because they're caught up in American being the face of the NBA. If you're good, you're good. I don't care what racer you are.
I don't think they want American to be the face of the NBA.
No, they don't want a foreigner to be the face.
They do want a foreigner to be.
Nah, I disagree.
No, let me tell you what. Hold on,
I disagree.
Let me tell you. The NBA is going to go as global as you possibly could think.
They're going to be global.
Hold on, time out. They're putting stadiums all over the world, and they don't put those stadiums there for one game a season. So they're going to build that up. And the thing is, if they get a face of a league like Anthony Edwards, right?
Right.
Anthony Edwards brings you Atlanta, Georgia as a fan base.
That's it.
Wembanyama brings you France. Greek Freak brings you Greece and Nigeria. You got Joker brings you Serbia.
I understand that, Miles.
Hold up. Yao Ming brought you China.
I understand
like,
that.
They understand where the
but
money
they
is.
still want the face of America.
No.
For a prime example,
They
LeBron
want-
James. They'll let that boy play till he's 50 years
Well,
old.
the thing is, they
want him to stay be the face.
Hold on, time out. They don't want to. They don't have a choice. Until he's gone, he's going to be the face.
Okay,
That's what,
but that's weak because he's too old to be the damn face
They
of the
don't
NBA.
make that choice. He's already been there for 25 years. The fans are attached to LeBron James. It's going to be there. So the thing is, once he's gone, who are we going to put in the fans' face? Now, to your point, do I think they want an American person to be along with them? Absolutely. Get ready. His name is Cooper Flag. They're going to make Cooper Flag and Wembanyama the two faces of the NBA. That's just what they're going to do. Even
That's
Shea
what they're
gives you
going to try
Canada.
to do because y'all talking about Cooper Flag, and we just mentioned a young man from BYU, and he'll be a bigger face than goddamn Cooper Flag.
It's who they promote, not who's the best
that boy
player.
get promoted. If he go to Utah, that's already,
Yeah,
they feel
MVP.
about Utah. He will be a face of the NBA before Cooper Flag.
Absolutely
Mark
not.
my word.
I guarantee you.
If that boy go to Utah, and he's already better than Cooper Flag, he'll be the MVP.
Cooper
How's
Flag.
he better than
He'll
Cooper
be the
Flag?
face.
How's he better than Cooper Flag?
That boy BYU is better than Cooper Flag. Get out
What
of
are
here.
you
I didn't-
talking
hold on,
about?
time
I'm
out.
talking about Mel.
Time out. I didn't say he wasn't
I didn't
better.
say you were.
I'm talking about. I didn't say he
making
wasn't.
an ugly face like I'm saying.
I didn't say he
Take
wasn't
it down
better.
here.
Even though I
No,
think.
I didn't say you said that.
Hold up.
I'm telling
Even
you.
though Cooper Flag is a beast, and I'm not taking that away from him. The NBA. When was the last time? And I hate to say it this way. NBA had a white face. Bird. They're gonna love to get. That's why they gave him. Like he's with New Balance with those Dash shoes. He has a whole
What you say,
market to
Julius?
take
What you got to
advantage
say on
of.
that, Julius?
I was gonna say, what about Jason Kidd and Steve Nash?
Yeah.
When,
What about him? They were never the face of the league. Steve Nash had a great 2-year run, but during that time, it was Steve Nash, Kobe Bryant, Shaq, Allen Iverson, Tracy McGrady. Like you had.
So you
choices,
mean like
right?
So when you say face of the league, you talking about like LeBron status?
Yes.
Kobe status?
Yes.
Oh nah.
Yeah.
No, it's Bird was the last white boy you had, and we can say we want to say they gonna want him to be there for them. Here's what the NBA has
Well,
realized.
Utah
No, hold
has
up.
always been that franchise.
I got you, but he's still black. Here's what you done said is this.
Yeah.
What you done said is this. The NBA has realized a couple things. The hood is not profitable anymore.
Yeah, it used to be.
It used to be very profitable.
Not anymore.
But they have priced themselves out the hood. We are not buying corporate suites. We are not buying $300 tickets. That's not us. So you know who does? Corporate companies want that for their children.
And foreigners.
And foreigners. For their children.
Don't forget
And
about the
hold up,
Hispanics.
time out. They want their children to look up to Cooper Flag, not
Jay Morant.
exactly. So they're going to promote that. They're trying to cover up tattoos,
Well, he
take
better
all the
play
hood
tonight.
stuff out there.
Because them boys coming in
He
playing
meant to say
tonight.
Ja Morant, y'all.
all I
He
gotta
gonna
say.
play. He gonna be that dude.
So we got a question in the chat. Why you think the Rockets didn't go get Chris Paul when he was released?
I
mean,
would
you
say
need a
that a
point
long
guard.
time ago. But I know it's too much
I think it's too much.
Old politics,
soap opera.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bad feelings for when he
Yeah,
was here
also.
before.
absolutely. And I don't think him and Kevin Durant rock like that. And I don't think they wanted to go through what happened with him and James Harden. I don't think they were just out of
But
the Chris
James
Paul
ain't here
business.
no more.
It doesn't. They didn't want to go through that the same way with Kevin Durant that he went through with.
He don't rock with KD?
I don't know. I don't think he rock like KD and James Harden are tight. They boys. So I don't think he don't rock with him as much. But I will say this though. They should have went and got someone like a Mike Conley. I thought was a great pickup. Would have been a good pickup.
But he's still with Timberwolves.
But he got released. He got traded, released, and they signed him back.
Oh, okay.
He got traded to Utah.
Yeah, they definitely
released
should have
him.
went and got him.
See what I'm saying? Yeah.
They definitely should have got him for sure. So my MVP, and I think is gonna win it,
Cooper Flag.
without question, is Wemby. Wemby.
Why hope he get it? Since they gonna give it to
Wemby.
LeBron.
Here's the reason why I think Wemby gonna get it. I think you got Shea G. Gildress. You got fatigue because you got people in the league that don't like his game. Not only he don't deserve it. You got Luka, where they talking about he whining too much. He don't play defense. And then you got Wemby, who's a young. Everybody loves him. You don't hear any negative things about him. And so you don't have to really answer if you vote for Wemby.
No, but here's the deal, though. You got to stand for a long time that MVP award gets passed around.
Yeah.
Right? Because honestly, Michael Jordan probably could have had about 8 or 9 of them.
For sure.
LeBron could have had about, it's a crime Kobe only got one.
Right.
Like, they pass it around to make sure everybody get it.
Shea ain't gonna get it.
Which means they got to get it to Luka before they have to give it to Wemby 3-4 years in a row. Because when
what Luka just did,
Wemby comes
beat
along,
the Rockets twice. They go to Miami, get number 7 hours.
that
8
man
hours
is
sleep.
averaging 39 points, then went on this 15 and
He
3.
averaged that when he was in Dallas. He led the league in scoring in Dallas.
But he was-
And they went to the finals.
And they gave it to Joker. Now it's time to give it to Luka, because my bad, you should have had it then. Like, I'm telling you, NBA is political. They got
Very
some stuff
political.
going on in there.
Speaking of political, what y'all think about that rule where you got to play 65 games to be eligible for MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, Offensive Player of the Year, All-NBA? You don't make 65 games, you can't win the award.
I think the spirit of it is good because they want players to play. I do believe that number is crazy. I think, like, if a Joker to have to miss, like you play 64 games and Joker can't be first team. Joker, Shea, all your MVP candidates, Wemby maybe, not even qualifying for these awards because they missed 17 games. It's crazy if they get really hurt. Like, one thing if you're just like draft dodging and, you sitting the whole time. But if you
Load management
if you load management,
is the reason why this rule's in place.
I got you. But that's what I'm saying. What if you're hurt the first 17 games of the season and then average 40 the rest of the season and win a championship? If it's load management, I understand your point. But like if you're hurt and miss 17, 20 games, and even to say you might get MVP, but you can't get first team or second team or third team or defensive player of the year. Like, that's crazy to think about.
Here's my thing. My thing on it is, you get paid for 82 games, right? Well, can I finish? Because I let you go through that whole diatribe about how silly it is. You play 64 games, and you shouldn't be eligible for this. What if you get hurt for your first 17 games? Well, if you get hurt for your first 17 games, you still get paid for them 17 games. So you can blame this on all those coaches that did load management,
Greg Popovich.
Okay. All those coaches that say they don't want to play back-to-back because he's been hurt. We don't want to put him in the back-to-back.
So let me ask you
We
this.
want him to be fresh at the end of the year. Well, if you want to be fresh at the end of the year, don't whine when he don't qualify for the award.
Oh, here's this. So imagine a first-team NBA coming out that doesn't have Shea or Joker or Wemby on it, right? And then imagine it's their...
Or LeBron. Because LeBron ain't qualified either.
LeBron's not first team this year. He was second team last year. But let's say you got those guys who are legitimate first teamers, right? Who have been hurt a lot during the season. Now imagine if it's contract year for that guy. Hold on.
Right.
And that guy has twisted an ankle, and because of a twisted ankle or hurt something, he is now short $150 million because he doesn't qualify for the Supermax because that is based on how many All-NBA teams you made.
Yep.
So if you go have one, you can't have both. You can't say that your contract depends on this, and that's the reason that what they're going through in Milwaukee right now, right? Milwaukee trying to sit Giannis, and Giannis
say,
is
"I
saying,
wanna
I want
play."
to play. They're like, "No, sit down." And
I wanna play.
And I understand why they want him to sit because they have to trade him this season and don't want him to get hurt. But at the same time, that man like, nah, if I don't get these awards, y'all gonna mess my money up.
It's on the chat.
Lynn
It's on the
said in the
chat.
chat it should be 60 games. That's 70% of the year.
I don't know what the number is, but
I think 60 games.
I think-
I'd be all right with 60 games. I don't think 65 is bad, but 60 games mean you sat out 22 games.
here's the deal. 22 games in the NBA to an injury is not a long time. If it's load management, fine. But if you take 2 10-game injuries, if you hyperextend a knee, that's 2 weeks. That's 7 games in the NBA.
Yep.
So if you do that twice in the season, you done.
No, I feel you. Let's go into the little known fact that Little Miles here actually didn't start off as a basketball player. Little Miles started off.
I'm the biggest dude in here.
Little Miles started off playing a little sport with a little white ball called golf. And it was just announced that Scottie Scheffler, who's the #1 player in the world, was scheduled to play in the Houston Open this weekend at Memorial Park. But he decided he withdrew because his wife's about to have a baby. Miles, do you feel like Scottie is the #1 player in the world?
Absolutely.
Do you think what do you think about him withdrawing from the Houston Open?
I don't understand the question. Like, why would he not?
Okay, all right. Some people are like, it's the second child. You already seen her have a baby.
Obviously, those people don't have wives to go home to.
man.
Hey, they dumb, man. They don't have families, bro.
Yeah.
No, we're in a bad place when that's the case.
So, Miles, what do you think about, they used to play at a golf club in Houston, that tournament, the Houston Open. Now they're at Memorial Park. Which course do you prefer? Because I've actually played both of them myself. Which course do you prefer and why?
So honestly, I haven't played Memorial Park since they've redone. I know they've redone it. I've walked it. I've seen it. I think it's a better venue for the tournament, playing wise. I think Golf Club of Houston may be a better venue for the tournament, spectator-wise.
Spectator-wise, definitely.
Right. But I think it's dope to have it in the city. Like, I grew up with the Shell being in the Woodlands.
Right.
And then they moved it
TPC.
over to Golf Club of Houston. And now that I think it's dope to be in the city, man. I love the fact that it's part of the city. It's part of the HGA, which I grew up playing, the Houston Golf Association Tour, which I grew up playing. I love it. I love it being a Memorial. Memorial is a great place with a lot of history in the city, and I love it being there, man.
Awesome. Truesdale, what you think about Scheffler, the golf game? You got anything to add?
I mean, he having a kid. You know how women are. About them
Not
having a
even
kid.
women, as a dad, like,
As a dad, want to be
you don't
there.
get the opportunity,
That's
I
one
mean.
moment. So I can't knock the man for that.
it's one tournament. Not like he took off half
It's
the
easy
season.
for fans to talk, but that's first.
The difference in golf and other sports is he earns every dollar. He doesn't have to report to an owner or an association, and they not getting paid off of him being there as much. Like, he earns every dollar he makes.
I agree with you. I'm happy that they brought the tournament down to Memorial Park. The Golf Club of Houston, I will say, was more catered towards the spectators, but it's a more challenging course of Memorial Park. Gives you a better tournament, more competitive. Shout out and congratulations to Scottie Scheffler on the birth of his second child that's coming up. Super happy for him. He's a great dude, by the way.
He's an awesome dude.
He's an awesome dude.
Dallas dude.
D-Town brother.
Hold up. Can I say this about Scottie Scheffler? If anybody ever like really watches and pays attention to Scottie Scheffler, his interviews and anything, he's not really moved by the championships and the money.
No.
He's just like, I play golf because I love to.
I love to.
And if anything comes on that's more important, I'll stop tomorrow.
Yep.
So I'm not surprised by this at all. It's something that he does. He's blessed to be good enough to be the best in the world and live a very chill life and make millions of dollars to do it.
So, in the tunnel, sports fans, as y'all can see, we don't just talk basketball, we don't just talk football, we don't just talk NBA, college, and high school, we also talk golf. So whatever your favorite sport is, hop in the chat. Just like we got a question. Do you think Tiger will and you think he should play the Masters coming up?
Yes.
What you think? Miles, you think he's going to play the Masters?
I wanted to watch and see how
He's playing right
Matter of
now.
fact, there it is right there.
Yeah, but yeah, he should
How
play.
he look and whether I think he's good enough. Well, I mean, not that I care, but like, I think that's his goal. I think that's his goal. It's always been his goal.
I can't wait to see his son in the
Every year
future.
that's his goal to do it. I know he's working toward it. If you know Tiger
Yeah,
Woods,
hey,
and I remember when I used to work and my guy was Freddie Couples' coach, way after Freddie was competing. And Freddie got ready like every year. It was that month before Augusta. And I know that's what Tiger's trying to do. So if he's doing this now, part of it is because he owns TGL. Part of it is he's trying to see where he's at. I think it's a very high possibility
So-
that Tiger makes a return to Masters.
As great as Scheffler is, the sport is always better if we got Tiger playing, especially if we got Tiger playing on the last day. Period. As we wrap up, Truesdale, what you got for us? Truesdale moment.
Truesdale moment is U of H gonna put the city on fire this weekend. They gotta play good offense, and like I said, the way they were shooting against A&M, they gotta continue to do that. Because if they don't, I mean, come on, they got it easy in the bracket. They gotta get through this weekend and have the city on fire.
Y'all heard it here, straight from Mr. Intertunnel himself. U of H is at home in the Toyota Center. They gonna take care of business this weekend. We going to the Final Four. Miles, what you got before we go?
Yo, shout out to Cincinnati hiring Calhoun as a head coach. Jim Calhoun's son, over from Utah State. I think that's a really big move. It's a really under the radar move, but he's going to actually help bring Cincinnati back to the top of that Big 12. They're going to be in that mix again next couple years.
Yeah, next couple years. Right now they looking like a pickleball team, Cincinnati is, but that hire from hiring Calhoun will put them on the right level. Make sure you tune in next week.
Hey, man. You
Intertown Sports
like
Media.
pickleball teams a few years ago.
On Instagram, Intertown Sports Media on YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook. Make sure you like us, sign up. We gonna see y'all next week.
And come next week, OST on the rocks.
How you do that there?